Hi, this is Caleb. Well, you've seen Caleb in the background a lot of times. He's in the easy chair, just rocking away in it or something like that. You want to look at the people over there, Caleb? See, you're looking at my finger, aren't you? Caleb looks scruffy because like you said, he's a possum trot dog. Aren't you a possum trot dog? Oh, but Caleb loves me and I love him very much. And I want to tell you a little bit about Caleb tonight. Can I put you down now? Can I put you down now? Okay, I'm going to put Caleb down. Oh my. Okay, he's down now. Oh, forgot. Got to wear my hat. Possum trot, you know. Caleb. Well, when I went first to look for a little dog, for a companion, I went to the puppy pound and I saw a lot of cages along the walls and things, and oh, it just tore my heart out. All these little dogs that wanted to be adopted, and they look at you so sad through those cage bars with their sad eyes and everything. And if I had my way, I'd take them all home, adopt them all. But I just couldn't find one. And then I found Caleb. Caleb was only 5 weeks old when I found him, but he had a rough start in life. They had found him alone in a field, and he had apparently been kind of run over by a tractor a little bit. He wasn't quite normal, and he had a sore leg that they had splinted. I mean, he was only like 5 or 6 weeks old, but they were trying to nurse him back to health. And of course, you've heard about liking the underdog. That's me. And he had a lot of troubles. So, of course, I had to take Caleb because he didn't stand a chance with somebody wanting to put all the work into him that he needed to get well. And a lot of people want a dog that's already well, but Caleb needed a lot of work. And my heart just went out to him. So I took Caleb and I brought him home. And you know that little scudder, he just didn't know anything at all. He had been used to just being outside on his own. So first thing he did was lift his leg in the house. Well, that didn't set very well with me. And then I tried giving him a little bit of water in a little dish on my kitchen floor and a little bit of meat, a little dog food. And he stepped in his water dish and dumped it over. And then he also stepped in with his other foot, he stepped in the dog food. And then he started to drag the pieces around the kitchen floor. And I had to clean that up. And I had to clean up his paws. And then I had to also nurse it was like not a broken leg, but a strained leg. It was almost broken. So I had to put that splint back on him again. And he was dirty all the time. I had to take him he was little enough then I could put him in my wash bowl and wash him up a little bit, which he hated. He didn't like being clean at all. So it was a fight. It was a real fight when I brought Caleb into my house. But oh, he loved me. I tried. I first got him home and I thought, this was dumb. I thought, I got a nice little bed for him in a dog carrier. And my bathroom was right around the corner from my bedroom. And I thought, well, I'll make it so soft in there for him, and he can see out the front door of his cage. And I put a little soft teddy bear in there he could cuddle up to and a blanket. And I petted him until he started to fall asleep in his little cage. And I quietly left and I got back into my bedroom and I slipped into my bed. And it wasn't even 5 minutes and I hear, oh, of course. And I'm sure many of you have been through the same thing. That just didn't go. So I had to go get him, and I thought I'll bring him in the bedroom next to my bed. That didn't work either. Okay, Caleb. So I took him out. I put him, I have a I have a queen size bed. And so I put him next to me and got the pillows propped up a little bit. And I thought, well, he can snuggle in between these pillows, kind of a V shape. And I thought, okay, Caleb, I petted him and he liked being between those pillows. But pretty soon, when the lights were out, I was trying to go to sleep. Here he comes. I feel this hot breath. And he comes up into my neck and starts licking on my neck. And I thought, oh, Caleb, you little scudder, you. And so I started petting him, and he lick. And I thought, oh, will this ever stop? And I was getting disgusted. And so I kind of, swatted him on the nose a little bit, and he went back. And then I started petting him again. Well, he finally got the idea, don't lick, please. So I petted him, and finally he fell asleep right in my neck, under the covers with me in bed. And that made a nice calm night until about 4 o'clock in the morning. And then he got up and looked kind of disturbed, and I thought, oh no, he's got to go potty. So I got him up and I brought him out the back door. And sure enough, he had to go potty after he found the right spot in the backyard. And I brought him in again. And then I was going to have him go back to sleep again. But then he was hungry again. And it was not it. I'm wasting a lot of my time, I know, telling you about the trials and tribulations with Caleb. But he's a wonderful little dog. And I know he doesn't like going to the groomer. He absolutely hates it. I do get him groomed, but then 1 hour later, he's out digging in the dirt or something and just trying to rub the soap smell off of him on my rug. And he's a possum trot dog. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's a chore. And you guys have had puppies too, and you know what we go through trying to get these puppies trained. Well, now that Caleb is older, he is so much sweeter and compliant and loving and kind, and he knows not to tip over his food dish and his water dish. He knows he's supposed to go outside to go potty. He knows all these things now. And he also sleeps a little farther away from me, down by my feet now in the bed, and he figures he's got more room to stretch out there, which is fine with me. And so, but he still sleeps on the bed with me. But Caleb loves me. And it's nice to know somebody loves us that much. And I love him in return. But that's the way it is with God. He wants us to love him. He wants us in his family. And we do the most horrible things, the most disgusting things, like puppies do. And yet he loves us and he forgives us and he corrects us over and over, lovingly corrects us again and again until we catch on to what he wants. What a loving, when we want to come into God's house, he is so patient with us. And he's been patient with me. He's patient with us to know how we are to conduct ourselves in the house. and what we should do and where we should go and how we should act. He adopted us like his child, and we act like so many times like puppies that don't know anything yet. We're supposed to kind of grow up even though we're a puppy. But that's how patient and loving God is with us. He has grace because he loves us so much. So aren't you glad that you belong to the Lord? And in my own life, I don't want to do anything to displease him because I love him so much. You know, there's nothing more devoted to a person than a dog. They'll love you till the day they die. And I want to love my Lord the same way that Caleb loves and is dedicated to me. I shouldn't cry over a dog story, but I love animals. And I know there's a lot of little animals that would love to have a loving home. But the Lord said for us as children, whosoever will may come into his house, and he'll love them and be patient with them and adopt them into his family as his own. What a loving Savior we have. It's just wonderful. So that's just my story today from Possum Trot. I got to tell you one more thing. I was walking with Caleb. I have a leash. I was walking with him on the sidewalk one day in front of my house, and a lady was coming up to us, and she had a little poodle, and it was in a baby stroller, and she was pushing this little poodle in the baby stroller, and I said, oh, how cute. And the poodle was sitting there like a baby. It wasn't even on a leash or having to go to the bathroom or anything. And I noticed the poodle had been to the groomer. It was just pure white and gorgeous. And she even had the poodle's fingernails painted, toenails painted pink. And she was just going along in the stroller like a pretty little lady or something in that stroller. And here comes my Possum Trot, Caleb and I along, woof, 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 coming down the road. And I said, oh, how sweet and precious she is. And the lady was fancy too. And she said, oh, thank you. And I said, what is her name? And she said, Norma. Oh, okay, Norma. You're so pretty. And I thought, okay, they went on their way. And we went lumbering down the street again. My little dust mop, he has to go to the groomer again now. But when he gets grown out, I don't know if he's going that way or that way. He's like one of those, what do they call him, a guinea pig that you don't know, that gets grown out. I don't know what you call him. But I don't know what direction he's going. Sometimes I don't think he does either. But I just want you to know that's how much the Lord loves us and how patient he is with us. We are just such a mess sometimes. But what a loving God we have. Bye-bye.